All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining us today. We very much appreciate you having you with us here through this presentation. My name is Matt Wisman. We're here today from OPSWAT to chat with you about securing files at the perimeter, all the file security best practices, how to more safely use your files, how to move them into and throughout your organization in a safer and more secure way. So before we get started, just a couple quick things, an intro and an overview of AirMeet, if this tool is new for any of you. Joining me today, we have Tal and Stella. Both are expert file security specialists. Tal covers ICAP server as well as a lot of our very interesting new technologies, and Stella is looking after the MetaDefender core platform and all the great technology built in there. So both are experts in the field and have a lot of great insights to share with you. Hopefully you get a lot of value out of the presentation here today. As I mentioned, my name is Matt Wisman. I'm the Director of Product Marketing here at OPSWAT. I've been with the company about 4 years, covering file security, our OT portfolio, as well as all of the endpoint security and peripheral media solutions. All right, so at OPSWAT, our goal is to help protect the world's critical infrastructure. That could mean everything from nuclear power to banking to hospitals, airports, anything in the insurance sector, really whatever we rely on to maintain our way of life. So with that, we have great file security solutions that we're here to chat with you about today, as well as many other products, including data diodes and a whole array of different cybersecurity solutions. So if you have any questions about what we do, we'd be more than happy to reach out and have a conversation with you. Again, we've been in the market here now for well over 20 years, helping in a real variety of different use cases. So we'd be thrilled to sit down and chat with you here today. So whatever we can do to help. Over to you, Tal.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, so to begin the challenges or talk about file security, let's start from the foundation. So in almost, if not every organization, files definitely play a central role in the day-to-day operations, right? Whether it's a bank onboarding a customer or a hospital sharing medical records, or if you're a manufacturer collaborating with your suppliers, files are everywhere and they move across teams, businesses, and systems. So when the transition of files runs smoothly, the payoff is significant, right? Productivity increases, processes are optimized, and growth accelerates. But the problem is that the same files that keep your business moving can also be one of the most common and easily exploited channels for cyber attacks. And the cyber attackers know it, right? They use social engineering to trick users into opening or sharing malicious files. And even the most advanced perimeter defenses like traditional and next-gen AVs, traditional sandboxings, or web application firewalls and next-gen firewalls can be slipped by. And why is that so? Because attackers are getting smarter and more creative. So they can embed malicious code in ways that can look completely harmless to standard detection tools. Sometimes it can be a zero-day exploit, and other times it can be just a clever, low-effort tactic. We have conducted plenty of attack simulations available in our blogs, and all it took was just one malicious hyperlink hidden inside an image, a PDF file, or a video, or we can have a malicious file that's buried deep inside a multi-layered zip archive, and an attack can be made from there. Also, it's not always about some newly invented sophisticated techniques, because we have seen a lot of like old attacks, new tricks, where all the attackers had to do was to rely on an outdated macro function, for example, and they did some social engineering and the victim still fell for it. So it doesn't really take much for malicious files to sneak in, and often they come in through the workflows that you rely on the most, like uploads, file downloads, file transfer and sharing, and comes from the files that you usually work with, like productivity files, zip files, PDFs, media, right? So the attack vectors really vary. So Matt, how often do you handle files on a daily basis?
That's a great question, Tal. So I'm sure much like everyone else that's joined the call here with us today, we're constantly using different files, right? This could be something as simple as an image to set up my background for this presentation is a great example. There's different productivity files, and of course, more specialty files based on your job and your function. One of the really common executables that we see where there's potentially a large issue, obviously that provides a big threat, but also simple Microsoft Office files would be a big area. So one of the more common things you see, if you open up an Excel document, at the top, it'll say enable macros, and that allows you to edit or to use the file in a more specific way. That's a really easy way for attackers to actually embed something within what you would think is a benign Office document that can actually be incredibly dangerous. So it is, again, how it's great to expand our view of where threats may be coming in, even in the most simple use cases.
Definitely. So how can organizations stay ahead of these threats, right, before they actually become a problem? So when we say securing file at the perimeter, we mean we should inspect files as early as possible. And it's about stopping threats at the point of the entry and preventing sensitive data from leaking at the point of exit. It's all about securing both data in motion and at rest. So think of it as airport security. You don't wait until threats are already on the plane, right? You catch them at the gate. So the same goes for files. Once malware makes it inside your environment, it's a lot harder to make the detection and the prevention. And you're already playing defense across multiple systems. But when you stop it at the edge, at the perimeter, you can reduce the noise, you can isolate the threats early, and you can protect your resources right from the start. So this whole securing files at the perimeter approach really puts you in the driver's seat, being proactive against threats. And the goal is really simple. Don't let threats in and don't let sensitive data out. So, and next up, Matt and Stella will be talking about how we can secure files at the perimeter and stop threats early with the MetaDefender technologies.
Awesome. Thank you, Tal. All right. So when we talk about file security, right, often people immediately jump to antivirus, but there's really so much more here, right? What one antivirus engine can do, was a great security design years and years ago. But today, threats continue to evolve, attackers continue to come up with new tactics, and you really do need a very robust and thorough solution that covers a number of different areas. When we talk about anti-malware engines, again, this is a great technology, but in today's ever-evolving world of threats, you certainly need more than one. So here at OPSWAT, we have our Metascan multiscanning technology, where we use well over 30 different anti-malware engines built into our solution in order to guarantee a much higher rate of detection than using one engine alone. There's also benefits of using this large number of different anti-malware engines to attack or to find different types of attacks that may emerge from different areas of the world or different tactics. So again, this layered approach really does provide a ton of value. We also have an adaptive sandbox, which can help to find new and unknown threats. And this emulation-based technology is 10 times faster than a traditional sandbox. So it can be used in all sorts of new and very innovative ways. Our deep CDR technology can again help to prevent zero-day threats and can support over 180 different file types. And of course, proactive DLP to ensure that you have something there to detect and block sensitive data really goes a long way. These are just 4 of our technologies. Again, we have even more to offer here at OPSWAT, but this will be our primary focus here today. With that, I'll hand things to Stella to take a deep dive into some of the technologies.
Right. So when it comes to malware detection, and you may agree with me or not, most businesses will have at least 1 or 2 antivirus or AV engine installed on the endpoint devices to detect malware. However, our research have found that a single AV can detect only 40 to 80% of detection malware. And why is that? Because each antivirus engine has a unique malware database and specializes in different threat categories, meaning some threats may go undetected by certain AVs. This is where OPSWAT Metascan multiscanning technology comes in. It combines over 30 leading AV engines into one single technology. And Metascan multiscanning is OPSWAT proprietary technology that help protect malware detection. Another concern is that a single AV can take days, months, or even years to respond to new threats. Multiscanning combines multiple AV engines help detect up to 99.2 detection rate. Also, Metascan is combining multiple AV engines can help reduce false positive, which occurs when a file is intentionally flagged as malicious.
Perfect. So that's very helpful, Stella. So this sounds like it's great for detecting any of the known threats. What are we supposed to do when there's an unknown threat or some type of zero day that could impact our environment?
Right. While multiscanning is highly effective at detecting known malware, embedded threats and red zero-day exploit can still keep you up at night. And that's why we develop deep content disarm and reconstruction, or CDR technology. So built on a trust no file philosophy and prevention first approach, deep CDR assumes that all files could be potentially malicious. It extracts all active content within a file, sanitizes them, and regenerates a safe to use copy. Now let's take an example. A threat actors can embed a malicious script into a seemingly harmless file in a format of a URL, a video, or photos, or even a macro. This script will be then automatically executed the moment you open a file. It is so easy an entry point for social engineering attacks. But why deep CDR? So traditional CDR solution cannot recursively scan archive files. OPSWAT Deep CDR, however, can scrutinize nested archives, including zip, raw, to ensure no threats are embedded at any layer.
Very interesting. That's very, very valuable, Stella. So in the case that we have some type of new advanced invasive malware, what do you recommend to keep our organization secure from that type of threat?
Well, for invasive malware or new malware variants, we use Adaptive Sandbox for advanced threat analysis. Files executed in a controlled environment using application emulation, which replicates the necessary conditions for malware to exhibit its behavior. And Adaptive Sandbox is ideal for malware analysis and behavior detection. It also extracts indicators of compromise, or IOCs, to support SOC teams and digital forensic analysis.
Perfect. So it sounds like for any new emerging or known threats, there's some great coverage here. What do we do to better secure our data?
Well, in digital era, it's so easy for us to share or receive information through multiple channels such as social media, email, or messaging apps. Chances are that these information can include personally identifiable information such as credit card numbers, driver license, social insurance numbers, or even personal health records. The challenge here is how to protect this sensitive information from intentional breaches or accidental leaks? The answer is proactive DLP. So OPSWAT proactive DLP can automatically identify different types of sensitive information, and based on your predefined security policies, you can then redact or anonymize these sensitive information or automatically block them. And with proactive DLP, it helps ensure compliance with a wide range of regulations like GDPR, PCI DSS, HIPAA, FINRA, and more.
Perfect. So with all these great technologies, how do we bring that together?
That's a great question. At the core of our file security solution is MetaDefender Core, which orchestrates the entire file processing workflow. It integrates all the technologies that we've discussed by far, from verifying a file format for spoofing, scanning with multiple AVs for malware, sanitizing malicious threats embedded with deep CDR, blocking sensitive information with proactive DLP, to further analyzing evasive malware behavior with Adaptive Sandbox. Once a file is processed, we can take post actions like quarantine malicious files or alert the security team. The streamlined workflow ensures every file entering into your infrastructure is completely checked and secure. So regardless of your use case, whether it is upload, download, transfer, or storage, it can be easily integrated into your existing security ecosystem with API ready and tailor it to your security strategy.
And like one of our main philosophies is that we want to build a security tool that not only helps you secure, but also works where your data lies in. So we work where you work, right? We want to make sure that not only we provide you with the multi-layered defenses that you need and can secure your data and your infrastructure, but also works with the applications that you're already using in your existing infrastructure. Right, so let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture, how files actually move through and within your organization. So file security isn't just about a single touch point. It's about protecting files throughout their entire life cycle. So from the moment they are uploaded to the moment they are downloaded or shared across your environment. Every one of these steps, as you see in the picture here, is a potential entry point for malware or a possible data leak. So that's why it's very critical to secure the entire file workflow. And one of our philosophies of building our product is simple. We want to meet your data where it lives. So whether it's an integration via REST API or the ICAP protocol or native connectors or supporting an environment that's on-premises, hybrid, or cloud, we make it very easy to secure files wherever they go. So if you see on the right-hand side here, there's the solution stack that supports various types of integrations environments, right? We have MetaDefender for storage security to secure file in storage systems. We have MetaDefender ICAP server that can be integrated through the ICAP protocol, plug and play. We have MetaDefender Core, which can be integrated through REST API. And we have MetaDefender Cloud, which is a SaaS system. So each layer is designed for performance and scalability and backed by the multi-layer security technologies like Matt and Stella mentioned, multiscanning, deep CDR, proactive DLP, Sandbox, and a lot of other technologies that we're having in place. So no matter where your files live or how they move, whether they're in motion or at rest, the best practice is to inspect them before they become a threat. And that's a practice that we would really highly recommend you doing across the organization. So, which means integrating and offloading the security resources to a multi-layer file security solution can help you focus on what you do best, right, as an organization, while you can maintain the security, performance, and your business continuity. So, as I mentioned earlier, we meet organizations where the data is. But there's another important piece to that. It also need to easy to work with the applications. And as you can see here, we have partnered with a lot of well-known companies, enterprise applications out there, from file uploads to file sharing, download to storage. Chances are you might have worked with at least one of these partners in your existing IT infrastructure. So we believe that great security shouldn't require re-architecting your entire environment, right? So if you're looking for a lightweight integration, like an ICAP server, as I said above, and want to integrate it into your network security devices like the load balancer or an ingress controller or an MFT, we have the most compatible ICAP server available to help you implement with minimal effort and maximum results. And along with that, we also offer other enterprise applications for storage, transfers, and sharing. So whether you're scanning file uploads at the perimeter or having file transfers within the organization or need to manage file at rest in your storage, OPSWAT fits into those workflows without really getting in the way. So no matter who your current provider is, the application that's used in your environment, we can elevate your security posture and without overhauling what's already working. And everything we've just said isn't just theoretical use cases, right? There are real examples from organizations out there. We've worked with critical infrastructures companies around the world, from financial services to technologies to governments and healthcare. And we have helped them increase their security posture and help them focus on the business that they do best. So how does it all come together? Stella will walk you through a quick demo to see where a file can be secure in 3 steps. Over to you, Stella.
Thanks, Tal. So in this webinar, I will demo a file upload use case for an insurance claim portal. So everyday insurance companies receive a large volumes of files uploaded by the customers, suppliers, or even partners. These files can include personal identification documents, driver licenses, health records, or even tax information. And to ensure these files are saved, processed, they will be automatically scanned by MetaDefender core, whether on-premise, cloud, or SaaS platform. If a file is clean, users can process it seamlessly. If a threat is detected, the file is blocked and access is denied. And additionally, the security teams can use admin console to review blocked file, gaining detailed insights into the threat. Now let's see it in action. So this is an upload portal where customers can submit their files into the system. Now let me start by uploading a file into this portal. So depending on the file size and type, upload status and duration can be varied. The result of blocking or allowing pops up here and in the processing unit. To further investigate these blocked files, I now go to MetaDefender Core Admin Console Management. So from the processing history, you can see on the scanned file and blocked files are here. Scan result verdicts from multiple engines can be shown here. Let's take a look at the scan result from Multiscanning. No malware are detected by multiple AVs. And how about deep CDR? As you can see here, malicious files are sanitized and all embedded objects are removed. In this file upload, we have no sensitive data found. With different security policy, security teams can do different configuration to best facilitate their security strategy. And OPSWAT offer a wide range of advanced threat detection and prevention technology to enhance your file security at the perimeter.
Perfect. So one interesting thing to call out there, Stella, that I noticed, only 3 of the 20 antivirus engines that were included here actually found the threat. So it does really speak to the need to have more than one antivirus tool in place and the real value that multi-scanning provides. All right. So I hope everybody enjoyed the presentation here today. Some points that I'd really like to reiterate. It is important to consider what you have today in your infrastructure and really some of the potential trade cost of what you're giving up by maintaining with the status quo. We just saw in the demo with Stella, only 3 of the 20 antivirus engines that were being used in the scan were able to find the malware that was present. Again, don't rely on just one AV engine. Make sure that you have the most up-to-date and really robust security program when it comes to your threat prevention strategy. Do you have an element of your program that focuses on data security, right? What are you doing to help maintain compliance and ensure that any of your sensitive data is not being lost? Cybersecurity also shouldn't be a trade-off for business efficiency. It should be a very easy to deploy option. Again, typically plugging directly into your existing environment, providing all of those great security benefits, and actually at times even enabling your business team to work more quickly in a more streamlined fashion. So you can focus on your business goals and your objectives and not on trying to manage a new technology or solution. Again, a simple plugin deployment tailored and built for your infrastructure needs. So I hope that you all enjoyed the presentation today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We'd be thrilled to chat with you. and try and help you move along your cybersecurity posture. Thanks again. Have a great day.